My dear children, come close to me now. Imagine the stillness of a chapel just before dawn, when the world is quiet and the only sound is the soft chime of a distant bell. Golden light begins to stream through the stained glass windows, painting colors across the worn stone floor. Candles flicker at the altar, their flames steady, casting a warm glow that breaks through the darkness. This is the space of my presence, where shame cannot follow you, where past mistakes lose their hold, and where brokenness finds healing. I call you to rest here, in the quiet beauty of this moment, so that your heart may be refreshed in me. You are not defined by what has been lost. You are defined by my love that restores. Remain here, my dear children, for I desire to speak life into the deepest places of your soul. I know the weight you have carried, the tears you have shed in silence, and the times you have whispered, "I am ruined beyond repair." Yet hear my voice today. You are not ruined. You are not forsaken. I am the Lord who forgives, and I am the Lord who restores. I want you to understand that my forgiveness is not only the wiping away of sin, but also the rebuilding of all that sin has broken. My dear children, I long for you to stay with me through this message, for I will guide you into the wide-open spaces of hope and renewal. As a father tenderly gathers his children close, so I gather you now. Be still and listen, for I will make your heart whole again. When you look upon your past, you may see ruins, broken walls, toppled stones, places where you once stood strong now lie in pieces. Yet my promise to you is this: I will rebuild, I will restore. As it is written in my word, I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten, from Joel 2:25. I do not simply forgive your sins and leave you with the rubble. I bend down stone by stone and raise up what was once torn down. My dear children, I see the walls of your heart that have been scarred by regret. But I am the master builder, and I delight in restoration. Where shame left cracks, I pour my mercy like mortar. Where fear loosened the stones, I place my peace as a firm foundation. Where despair left gaps, I fit in my joy that no one can take away. Piece by piece, I am rebuilding you until you stand again in the strength of my love. Do not think your mistakes have disqualified you from my goodness. Instead, let them become the testimony of my mercy, for I do not despise the broken, but I treasure them. My dear children, the very places you thought disqualified you are the very places where my glory will shine brightest. Picture a wall rebuilt after long ruin, each stone carefully set, each piece restored with care. That is what I am doing within you. What others thought could never be repaired, I am making new. What you believed was gone forever, I am bringing back to life. I do not restore halfway. I complete the work until it stands firm, more beautiful than before. Remember my words. If anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has gone, the new has come. This is not just a hope, it is a reality I bring forth in you today. My dear children, let my forgiveness wash over you like a river of living water. See the stains of the past carried away in the current of my grace. Feel the embrace of a Father who welcomes you home, robes you in righteousness, and places a crown of love upon your head. You are not ruined, you are restored. You are not forgotten, you are cherished. You are not broken, you are made whole in me. Stay in this moment with me. Breathe in my peace. Hear the whisper of my spirit saying, "Rise, my child, for your story is not finished." The broken wall of your life will stand again, stronger in me than it ever was before. I am not only the God of second chances, I am the God who makes all things new. I turn ashes into beauty, sorrow into joy, despair into hope. My dear children, let me write a new chapter in your life, one where my love rebuilds what was shattered. The ruins will become a testimony, and your heart will be my dwelling place of glory. My dear children, when you look at your life, you may see the ruins left by choices you regret. You may see the brokenness of relationships, the scars of words spoken in anger, the weight of sins you thought could never be forgiven. But I tell you now, I do not see ruins when I look at you. I see what can be rebuilt. I see the beauty of restoration waiting to rise from the rubble. I see you as my beloved, redeemed, and made whole through my Son. Do not think that your past has more power than my grace. The enemy whispers that you are ruined, that nothing can be repaired, that the cracks are too wide and the losses too deep. But I whisper louder still, you are mine, and I will restore you. I am the Lord who brings life from death, hope from despair, and beauty from ashes. Picture with me a wall once toppled by storm and neglect. Stones scattered, mortar crumbled, vines growing through the gaps. At first glance it seems beyond repair, yet stone by stone, with patient hands, a builder begins the work. Each stone is lifted, set carefully into place, aligned with strength and purpose. Slowly the wall rises again, not by chance but by design. This is what I do in your life, my dear children. Where sin brought collapse, I bring restoration. Where shame left ruins, I bring strength. Where sorrow left emptiness, I bring joy overflowing. Hear my promise. I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten, from Joel 2:25. This means that what you thought was lost forever, the wasted years, the broken seasons, the time devoured by regret, I will return to you. I will give you more than you imagined, not just replacing what was lost, but making it new, making it fruitful, making it a testimony of my grace. My dear children, I want you to release the fear that you are too far gone. You cannot out-sin my grace. You cannot undo my love. You cannot break beyond my repair. My mercy is greater than your mistakes. My forgiveness is deeper than your wounds. My restoration is stronger than your ruin. Think of the river of living water that flows from my throne. Imagine yourself stepping into it. The current washes over you, carrying away the dirt of the past, cleansing your soul, refreshing your heart. This is my forgiveness, always flowing, always renewing, always restoring. You do not need to fight for it. You only need to step into it and let it cover you. My dear children, I do not forgive reluctantly. I do not restore grudgingly. I delight to show mercy. I rejoice to rebuild what was broken. I celebrate your return to me. Like the father in the story of the prodigal son, I run to you, I embrace you, I clothe you in garments of honor, and I restore to you the dignity of being my beloved. Do not hold yourself captive to the ruins when I have already set you free. Do not cling to the broken stones when I am building something new. Lift up your eyes and see the work of my hands in your life. Trust that I am not finished with you. What looks like ruin today will one day stand as a monument of my restoration. My dear children, pause and breathe in my peace. Feel the weight of guilt lift from your shoulders. Hear my words. You are forgiven. You are restored. You are mine. Let this truth settle deep into your spirit, so that when shame tries to return, you can answer, I am rebuilt by the love of my God. Know that restoration does not always happen in an instant. Just as a wall is rebuilt stone by stone, so too I work in your life with patience and care. Each day I set another stone of peace, another stone of healing, another stone of hope. At times the progress may seem slow, but trust that the wall is rising. Trust that I am faithful to complete the good work I began in you. My dear children, I want you to believe that your future in me is brighter than your past. You are not destined to remain in ruins. You are destined to shine as a testimony of my love. When others see your life, they will see the evidence of restoration, and they will know that I am the God who heals, who forgives, who rebuilds. So do not despair over what has been lost. Instead, look forward to what I will do. Let go of the rubble and place your hands in mine. I will guide you. I will strengthen you. I will restore you. Together we will raise the walls of your life until they stand firm and radiant in my glory. And remember this, my dear children, the wall I build within you is not only for your sake, but for those around you. Your story of restoration will bring hope to others still standing in ruins. Your testimony will be the stone that helps rebuild another heart. I will use your healing to heal others, your restoration to inspire others, your joy to awaken joy in others. Yes, you once felt ruined, but in me, you are being rebuilt. You once believed the years were lost, but in me, they are restored. You once thought your story was over, but in me, a new chapter begins. You are my beloved, you are forgiven, you are restored, and nothing can separate you from my love. My dear children, listen closely, for my heart longs to comfort you with truth. I see the heaviness you sometimes carry, the quiet question that lingers in your soul. Can God really restore me? Can He really rebuild what has been broken for so long? My answer is yes, 1,000 times yes. For I am the God of restoration, and my power is not limited by time, by circumstance, or by the depth of your wounds. Think of the broken wall again. Each stone lying in the dust may seem useless, unfit to be lifted again. Yet I am the master builder, who takes what seems discarded and breathes purpose into it once more. I cleanse the stone, I shape it with care, and I place it exactly where it belongs. Nothing from your life is wasted when placed in my hands. Even the broken pieces are made useful for my glory. My dear children, you must know that forgiveness is not simply the wiping away of guilt. It is the invitation to walk in newness of life. I do not just erase your past. I transform it into a foundation for your future. Where you once stumbled, you will now stand strong. Where you once fell, you will now rise. Where you once were silent in shame, you will now speak with courage of the one who restores. When my prophet spoke, saying, I will restore to you the years the locust has eaten, those words were not idle promises. They are living truth, and they belong to you. Do not look at the wasted years and think they are beyond recovery. I can give back joy for sorrow, hope for despair, fruitfulness for barrenness. I redeem time itself for my beloved. My dear children, imagine a field stripped bare, every crop consumed, the soil left empty. Yet see with the eyes of faith how I send the rain, how the green shoots rise again, how the barren land becomes fertile once more. This is my restoration. Your life is not a wasteland. It is soil ready for new growth, and the harvest I bring forth will be greater than what you lost. I want you to rest in this. I forgive fully, and I restore completely. I do not leave a single crack in the wall of your soul unattended. My spirit moves gently but surely, filling every hollow place with my presence. When fear whispers you are still broken, remember this. I am the cornerstone, and in me you are held together. Nothing can shake what I establish. My dear children, consider how a wall rebuilt becomes stronger because every stone has been reset with new care. That is what I do within you. The areas of weakness become areas of strength. The very place where you fell becomes the very place where my power upholds you. What once was your ruin will now be your testimony. Pause now, and hear my words as I breathe them into your heart. You are my beloved, chosen and redeemed. You are forgiven, washed clean, and made new. You are no longer in ruins, for I, the Lord, am your restorer. Let this truth soak into your soul like oil poured upon dry skin. Let it seep into every corner where shame has tried to hide. My dear children, the enemy would prefer you to stare endlessly at the rubble, to believe that nothing will change. But lift your eyes. Look not at the ruins, but at the builder who stands before you. Trust my hands as they work. Trust my heart as it loves you without end. Trust my promise that what I begin, I will finish. Do not despise the small beginnings of restoration. Even if you only see one stone set in place, rejoice, for it is the start of a great rebuilding. Do not be discouraged when progress feels slow, for every stone matters, every act of healing counts, every moment of forgiveness shapes the wall. I am faithful to complete the work in you. My dear children, let this assurance strengthen you. No sin is too great, no mistake too permanent, no ruin too deep for my restoring power. The cross of my Son stands as eternal proof. There, forgiveness was won in full. There, restoration began for all who believe. There, your shame was nailed and left behind, and your life was redeemed with everlasting love. So walk forward, not as one ruined, but as one restored. Lift your head, for you are my beloved. Let the world see the wall rebuilt, the testimony of grace shining in your life. And as you walk in restoration, know that you are never alone. My Spirit is within you, guiding each step, comforting each wound, strengthening each stone as it is set in place. My dear children, remember this always. I am the God who forgives without measure. I am the God who restores without limit. I am the God who takes what is broken and makes it whole, who takes what is lost and gives it back, who takes what is ruined and makes it beautiful. You are safe in my love, secure in my grace, and destined for restoration in my presence. Now breathe deeply of my peace. Let my words linger within you. Feel the strength rising in your spirit, the assurance that your story is not finished, that your ruins are becoming radiant walls of testimony. My dear children, I have spoken, and what I declare will surely come to pass. You are forgiven. You are restored. You are mine. My dear children, let your hearts rest in the assurance that I, your Father, never abandon what I begin. From the first moment I called you by name, I set my hand upon your life, and nothing has loosened my grip since. Even when you wandered, even when you felt ruined, I remained near, waiting for the moment when you would hear my voice again. I do not withdraw in disappointment. I draw closer in mercy. I do not turn away from your brokenness. I enter into it and bring restoration. Think of how a shepherd tends to his flock. When one sheep strays and falls among thorns, does he despise it for its foolishness? No, he lifts it tenderly, pulls away the thorns, and carries it upon his shoulders until it is healed. That is my heart toward you. My forgiveness is not cold or distant. It is personal, warm, and deeply compassionate. I stoop down into your pain, and I lift you high into my embrace. My dear children, hear the rhythm of my mercy like waves upon the shore. Again and again they come, smoothing out the rough places, washing away the debris, making the shoreline new. That is how my grace works in your life, not once, not twice, but continually, until every trace of ruin is transformed into beauty. I know you sometimes ask, but what of the years I wasted? What of the seasons consumed by regret? Listen to me. Nothing is wasted in my hands. The years you thought devoured are the very years I now redeem. From Joel 2:25, I remind you, I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten. I speak this promise over your life today. I restore not only what was lost, but also what could have been. I take even the empty spaces of your story and fill them with fruitfulness beyond measure. Picture a garden stripped bare by pests, branches broken, fruit destroyed, soil hardened by neglect. To the world it looks finished. But I, your Lord, see the potential within the soil. I send the rains, soften the ground, plant new seeds, and guard the garden with my care. Soon green shoots appear, blossoms open, fruit returns, and the harvest is plentiful once more. My dear children, this is the vision I have for your life, not barrenness, but fruitfulness, not ruin, but restoration. Do not fear if the rebuilding feels slow. Restoration is a holy work, and I take time with what I love. Stone by stone, moment by moment, I rebuild your soul. Each stone is laid with intention. Forgiveness here, peace there, hope in the next, joy in the one that follows. Step back and see the wall slowly rising, strong and sure, anchored by my love. My dear children, when you stumble and fall again, do not despair. Restoration does not end with a single act. It is the continuous work of my Spirit. Each time you return to me, I welcome you, I cleanse you, I strengthen you. My mercies are new every morning, and they will never run dry. Hear me speak over you. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not the ruins you see. You are my beloved child, forgiven, restored, and chosen. Let this truth sink deep into your heart. Let it silence the lies that tell you otherwise. My word is stronger than the voice of shame, and my promise endures forever. My dear children, remember the cross of my Son. There, forgiveness was purchased at the highest price. There, your shame was lifted, your sin removed, your debt canceled. But the cross was not the end. The empty tomb is proof of restoration. Out of death came life, Out of ruin came glory, out of despair came everlasting hope. The same resurrection power is at work in you now, raising what was fallen, restoring what was lost, and making new what was broken. Do not measure your worth by the ruins you once stood among. Measure it by my love, which has never failed you. Do not measure your hope by the scars of the past. Measure it by the promises I have spoken, promises that cannot be broken. Behold, I am making all things new. This is not only for the world, it is for you. My dear children, lift your eyes to the horizon of what I am doing. See the dawn breaking after the long night. See the light streaming through the clouds. Feel the warmth of my presence covering you like the embrace of a father who delights in his children. This is your portion, not condemnation, but compassion. Not ruin, but renewal. Not despair, but destiny. And know this, your restoration will not only bless you, but it will shine as a beacon to others. Many will look upon your life and see the evidence of my mercy. They will see the walls rebuilt, the ruins restored, the garden flourishing once again. And through your story, they will believe that I too can restore them. Your healing will become a testimony, your joy a song, your peace a river that blesses others. My dear children, do not give up. Do not let your heart be troubled. Trust in me and trust in the restoration I am working within you. Even now, I am setting stones in place. Even now I am planting seeds of new life. Even now I am pouring streams of living water into the dry places of your soul. You may not yet see the fullness, but trust me, it is coming. The wall will rise, the garden will flourish, the song will return. So stand in hope, walk in forgiveness, live in the restoration that is already yours. For you are not ruined, you are redeemed. You are not abandoned, you are beloved. You are not broken, you are whole in me. And nothing in all creation will ever separate you from my love. My dear children, I see into every hidden place of your heart. I see the corners where regret still lingers, where you quietly replay your mistakes, where you wonder if your story has been forever stained. I speak to you with tenderness now. You are not stained beyond cleansing. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not lost beyond finding. My forgiveness reaches deeper than your darkest memory, and my restoration lifts higher than your loftiest hope. Do not measure my love by the standards of this world. People may forgive halfway, but hold on to suspicion. People may restore partially, but leave you reminded of what was broken. I am not like that. When I forgive fully. When I restore completely. As the prophet declared, though your sins are like scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. This is the promise I fulfill in you, my dear children. Think of a wall rebuilt after many years of ruin. At first, the work looks overwhelming. Stones lie scattered everywhere, mortar is gone, and dust covers all. Yet little by little, as each stone is lifted and set into place, a new structure takes shape. When the wall is complete, the marks of ruin are gone, and strength stands where weakness once was. That is what I am doing in your life. Slowly, steadily, lovingly, I am restoring you until the ruins are no longer visible, only the glory of my workmanship. My dear children, some of you wonder, why did I have to fall? Why did I have to lose so much? Understand this. I do not delight in your pain, but I will never waste it. What the enemy meant for destruction, I turn for good. What was meant to ruin you becomes the soil for your testimony. What was meant to silence you becomes the song of my praise upon your lips. I do not author your ruin, but I author your restoration, and I bring meaning even out of the ashes. Do not be afraid of your scars. They are not signs of defeat, but signs of healing. They are not reminders of ruin, but reminders of my mercy. When Thomas doubted, my risen Son showed him his scars, not as proof of defeat, but as proof of victory. So too, your scars will tell a story of grace, not of shame. Others will look and see not your failure, but my faithfulness. My dear children, I long for you to stop rehearsing the past and begin rejoicing in the present work of restoration. Look forward, not backward. Look at the stones already set in place, the fruit already beginning to bloom. Thank me for each step, each breath, each sign of renewal. Gratitude will strengthen your spirit, and praise will open the door for more restoration to flow. When you feel weak, remember that I am your strength. When you feel weary, remember that I am your rest. When you feel unsure, remember that I am your guide. You are not walking through the ruins alone. My Spirit walks with you, my hand supports you, and my presence surrounds you. Like a father teaching his child to walk again, I steady your steps, I cheer for your progress, and I never let you fall beyond my reach. My dear children, I remind you again of Joel 2:25. I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten. Notice that I did not say I might restore or I could restore. I said I will restore. This is my covenant word, my unbreakable promise. Hold on to it when doubt rises. Speak it aloud when fear whispers. Write it upon your heart as a seal of hope. My word does not return empty. It accomplishes what I send it to do. Let your imagination see this clearly. A ruined wall now rebuilt, standing tall and secure. A barren field now green with harvest. A dry riverbed now flowing with living water. These are not fantasies. They are pictures of what I am doing in you. Your life is becoming a testimony of renewal. Where once there were ruins, there will be restoration. Where once there was sorrow, there will be joy. Where once there was despair, there will be hope. My dear children, allow my love to quiet your anxious thoughts. You do not need to figure out how to rebuild. I am the one doing the building. You do not need to force fruit to grow. I am the one sending the rain. Your part is simply to remain in my presence, to trust my process, and to believe my promises. Surrender the rubble to me, and I will raise it into beauty. Release the shame to me, and I will clothe you in honor. Remember this, my restoration is not fragile. What I rebuild, no one can tear down. What I plant, no one can uproot. What I restore, no one can ruin again. I am your fortress, your gardener, your restorer, and your redeemer. Stand secure in me, for your future is safe in my hands. My dear children, take this moment to rest in my peace. Breathe deeply of my presence. Let every worry fall away, every doubt dissolve, every fear fade. You are safe, you are loved, you are forgiven, you are restored, and you are mine forever. My dear children, as this time draws toward its close, linger with me still. Do not rush away from this sacred space, for I am pouring peace into your spirit like a gentle stream flowing over smooth stones. Feel it now, the quieting of your heart, the lifting of your burdens, the warmth of my presence wrapping around you like the embrace of a loving Father. Stay with me here in this holy silence, and allow my voice to be the final word over your day, your life, your future. I know the storms you have walked through. I know the nights when you lay awake, weighed down by regret, your mind echoing with the words, "I am ruined, I am finished, I am beyond repair." But hear my truth. No storm is stronger than my peace, no ruin deeper than my restoration, no mistake beyond the reach of my forgiveness. I calm the raging seas with a word, and I bring light even to the darkest skies. Imagine the horizon after a long night of thunder. The rain ceases, the clouds part, and the first rays of dawn break through. The sky, once fierce with lightning, now glows with soft gold and pink. The air smells fresh, the ground is washed clean, and all creation breathes again. This is what I bring to your soul, my dear children. The storm is not your ending. The calm is here. My peace is yours. Do not let your heart hold on to the voice of accusation. That voice is not mine. My voice speaks blessing, not condemnation. My words bring life, not despair. As it is written, there is therefore now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. Hear this as my personal promise to you. You are not condemned, you are cherished. You are not rejected, you are embraced. You are not ruined, you are restored. My dear children, let your heart rest in the assurance of my unfailing love. Picture yourself standing at the edge of a wide river. Its waters sparkle in the sunlight, flowing freely, clear and strong. Step into it. Feel the cool current surround you, carrying away every trace of guilt, refreshing every weary part of your soul. This river is my forgiveness, always flowing, always renewing, always restoring. Let it wash over you until you feel entirely clean, entirely new, entirely whole. Stay here with me a little longer. Breathe deeply of my presence. Hear the whisper of my spirit reminding you, I will never leave you nor forsake you. I do not walk away when you stumble. I do not turn aside when you falter. I am the Father who stays, the Shepherd who seeks, the Redeemer who restores. Even when you could not find your way to me, I came running to you. Even when you felt unworthy, I called you worthy because of my Son. My dear children, receive this blessing. Peace to your mind, so that anxious thoughts may cease. Peace to your heart, so that past wounds may heal. Peace to your soul, so that joy may rise like the morning sun. I place my hand upon you now, not with heaviness, but with gentleness, like a father laying a hand upon the head of his beloved child. I bless you with hope that will not fade, with strength that will not fail, with love that will never end. Look with the eyes of faith and see the ruins of your past transformed. The broken walls are standing tall again, rebuilt stone by stone. The barren fields are green with life, heavy with fruit. The desert places bloom with flowers of joy. This is what I have done, what I am doing, what I will continue to do in your life. You are not standing among ruins anymore. You are standing within restoration. Remember the words I spoke long ago. I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten. Hold tightly to this promise. I am not a God who speaks in riddles. I am a God who fulfills His word. What you thought was wasted, I return multiplied. What you thought was lost forever, I bring back in ways you could not imagine. My restoration is not only full, it is overflowing. My dear children, when you walk out of this moment, do not walk as though still broken. Walk as the restored ones. Walk as children beloved and redeemed. Lift your head, for you are crowned with my love. Let others see the peace in your eyes, the joy in your step, the hope in your words. Let your life shine as testimony that I am the God who forgives, the God who restores, the God who makes all things new. And when discouragement tries to return, come back here in your heart. Remember this moment of stillness. Recall the warmth of my embrace, the sound of my voice, the promise of my word. You do not need to fight alone, for I am always near. Call upon me, and I will answer. Lean upon me, and I will carry you. Trust in me, and I will never fail you. My dear children, hear me again. You are safe in my arms. Just as a parent holds a child close after they have fallen, so I hold you close now. Feel my heartbeat steady and strong, reassuring you that all is well. You are not defined by the fall. You are defined by the embrace. You are not marked by ruin. You are marked by restoration. I bless you now with courage to move forward, with vision to see beyond the ruins, with faith to trust in what you cannot yet see. I bless you with joy that will surprise you, peace that will protect you, and love that will never leave you. You are my beloved, and in you I delight. Remain in this peace as long as you wish. Let it settle deep within you, so that even when the noise of life surrounds you, you can return here in your spirit and know, my Father restores me. My Father loves me. My Father holds me secure. And now, my dear children, if this message has spoken to your heart, let it not remain only with you. Share it so that others may also taste the sweetness of my love. Gently extend this light to those still sitting in darkness, that they too may know that forgiveness is real, that restoration is possible, that I am near to all who call upon me. If it blesses you, let it flow onward through your words, your comments, your encouragement, so that many more may be lifted into hope. And if you desire, remain connected here by subscribing, not as a task, but as a way of continuing to dwell in the streams of my promises, together with others who are my beloved ones.